Hello there, friends. Sergeant Host Eric of the Type Police here, and push X on this. I've got a special circumstance here, which is we had a member of the community that I pulled over not that long ago, and I'm going to admit it, I wrongly arrested her. Not on purpose, okay? And I do have qualified immunity, so I should be fine. But I thought she was an ESFJ, and she actually was an ESTP. I was wrong. I misinterpreted her womanly sexualness as deference. That's why I thought she was ESFJ. Really, she's just an ESTP, and you know how ESTPs are. They like the sexual intercourse. Anyway, she had a request, and since I had wrongly arrested her, I thought I might as well fulfill that request. That I typed this other guy named Nathan who edits her videos. So I'm going to do that. We're going to start this video here in a second. But first, I have to play the song to begin the show. Oops. Try as you might, you just can't hide, 'cause you're mistyped. And I've been waiting to pull you over all night. Type police, type police. Please pull that guy over. He says he's INTP, but seems extroverted sensing to me. I think he's ESFP or type police. Okay. Well, so let's bring out the perp right here. I'm gonna play a little bit of her, but then I'm gonna fast forward past her to him.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Luann, and today I want to talk about what type Nathan, the guy that edits my video, might be. So we have been so confused about this for as long as I can. I'm not even going to tell you what I think possibilities are. I'm just going to tell you exactly what I perceive from Nathan. And then Nathan will edit this and he can say that I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
If he thinks something I'm saying that I don't have the proper context on it, or add in his own little 2 cents. Nathan, I don't care how you do that. But let's just try to get this figured out. So I need to talk about how Nathan and I came to know each other. So I had made a video on...
Alright, I watched a little bit of this part before. I'm going to skip past it. He's very persistent in saying he wants to edit her videos. And finally she says, go for it. And, meow. Now, it should also be stated that she made a video previously directed towards me after her previous encounter with the Type Police, in which she indicated that if I put up a video saying I was wrong, actually she said, I think she said I had to title it I Was Wrong. I'll put I Was Wrong in the title somewhere. But that she'd reveal her subscriber numbers. So you'll see that she still hasn't. Well, here's your video. Type police don't appreciate these sort of privacy measures that interfere with the Type Police's important work. Anyhow, let's see a little bit more of Homeboy here. Next chunk of the video that we see Homeboy, here he is. Let's see what he says here. Nathan is his name.
So when you think back over your life and the people you know and the important moments in your life, you'll realize that a lot of them, if not most of them, are based on or have an element of chance, particularly chance encounters. For example, there's many of my family members, my stepfather, my mother, for example, and my grandparents who met under very, very chance circumstances. Circumstances that 99% of the time probably wouldn't happen. So lots of our life involves this, but I think that a lot of us forget sometimes. I definitely forget this. So a couple of years back, I can't remember when it was that I thought this.
Okay, my gut says ENTP. Right away. Why? Well, for one thing, you'll note what he said there. A lot of the encounters, maybe even most of them, that sort of distinction is fairly fine and happening on the fly, and is concerned about precision. His patter feels ENTP-esque. His concern with the defensibility of what he's saying. But let's continue.
I kind of wondered, can you use this idea in any way in your life? And I decided that I'd play a kind of a little game. I'd do some kind of experiment where I would go, I'd just get in my car, drive to somewhere I've never been before, and never would usually go, and just start a conversation with someone and see where it went. Most of the time it goes nowhere, but you'd be very surprised at who you can end up meeting. So I like to try and take control of that idea, and that's particularly why I reached out in this case. So anyone that's wanting to reach out to someone, just remember that there are basically no rules. Our life is so governed by chance anyway, that what difference does it make if you do something that's weird or considered to be weird? I mean, nothing is weird.
I don't know. I don't even know when he did it. I don't know. Nathan, how...
Yeah, I know you can't hear him because of what we already talked about this. How we're gonna have it go independently. Anyway, I've got these civic officials with me today. They're riding along on this tour, and like a lot of civic officials, we got the mayor here and the vice mayor's assistant, and the vice mayor's assistant's spouse. That's who I have with me today, and as usual, they're going to chime in and critique the police's important work, probably. Any thoughts so far, civic officials?
I mean, it needs to be TI there, I would think.
Yeah, I'm smelling.
I don't know if I would jump on ENTP, but yeah.
I'm not sold on it yet, but that's what my gut is saying. The TI seems pretty clear, but let's continue. Okay, so if you can't hear this, people, civic officials, it's because you're not watching it on your own.
We've even been friends for a year, but sometimes when people do it, I would have a small conversation. I really enjoy, one-on-one interactions, and so I'm always happy when people reach out and say, hey. And so I was super happy to hear from him, and we had a short little conversation. And then we've talked about this in the past.
Let's go ahead. This is one of the other reasons why. What happened? God damn it. I pushed the wrong button. Okay, let me go forward a bit to get more homeboy. Not that I don't enjoy listening to you, ma'am, but you're interfering with the investigation.
Hello, Eric.
Hello. Who is that? I can't see you for right now. Is that Steve-O? Yes, it is. Hi, Steve-O. We're doing an episode of Type Police right now. You're the vice mayor's...
He's a 25-year-old guy.
Actually, I'm only 24 years old, so the fact that I look 25 is kind of depressing, actually.
Gotta be. They can't hear me. He has to be an ENTP. You hear him killing it on the piano? I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm already convinced, but we'll watch a little bit more. The TI with the creativity, the jokes, it all just screams ENTP.
It's not like he's extremely developed and, you know, like that he's not 40 years old and he hasn't like really experienced the world. So I would say that probably what I'm interacting with is his type, but we can't figure out what it is. So he kept getting on me about making more videos and doing YouTube videos. And so one day I was like, well, hey, why don't you take up editing? He is a music teacher. Also, this may be interesting to know. So he taught himself how to play music. And I forget what instrument it was. Editing, and I will make the videos and we can learn these processes together and put it kind of together. And so he did, and he really enjoys. I asked him the other day what he gets out of it, and he was like, well, he really enjoys learning the process. Some types of people are really good at small talk.
So,
I mean, what do you
I understand why people do small talk,
10:05 mark or whatever, where he talks about details.
All right, let me go there. I'm at 9:12. I'll proceed forward.
I don't really understand it. So if someone could explain to me what the point of small talk is, that would be great.
But he doesn't like small talk. Another thing, when I gave this example in my communication video, one day I was doing something that he usually does, and I had told him I was going to do it, but to keep his phone on him so that if I have questions that I could message him and have him help me walk through it or walk me through it. And he messaged me when I was already done, and he was like, hey, I don't like being micromanaged, but so-and-so. But he doesn't like being micromanaged, but he was curious about where I was at in the process, and he was nervous about me doing it without him. So it seems like he really enjoys details. Is that right, Nathan? Do you enjoy details?
That's a difficult question about details. I think I can handle details as long as they don't slow you down. So if details become inefficient details, then I probably don't like them.
The things that he does, like putting that video.
That's it. You're free to go. Not that you were under arrest, really, because you didn't really say what you were or anything, but you are an ENTP. That guy, Nathan, is an ENTP. Anybody want to disagree? Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, but I wouldn't really agree either.
You wouldn't
Just
agree
kinda-
yet?
I mean, I think it's a. I don't know. I would need more data. I feel like.
Well, I mean, listen, civic leader. I can only detain these people for so long. I gotta let them go or arrest them. I'm not arresting this guy because. Well, okay, a lot of it could just be creativity. 'Cause I still am saying I hear T.I. in the way he constructs his language in general and in his general approach. It seems T.I.-ish. It doesn't seem F.I.-ish at all. And a lot of creativity plus T.I. and... sorry, Vice Mayor. I forgot you're the Vice Mayor. You know, we are a little argumentative. Details. What he said about details, I like that. As long as I don't get in the way. Alright. That concludes this exciting episode of Type Police. I'm going to play the song and bid you adieu. Try as you might, you just can't hide, 'cause you're mistyped. And I've been waiting to pull you over all night. Type police, type police. Please pull that guy over. He says he's INTP, but seems extroverted, sensing to me. I think he's ESFP or type police.